So, Mr. Sarthak, question number 2. On what sum of money does the simple interest for 10 years at 5% become 1600? Now, the confusing thing about this question is that what is this? Is this the principal or is it the interest, Mr. Sarthak?
So it's amount.
I'm sorry?
So it's the amount.
Yeah, this amount, the 1600. See, what I'm trying to ask you is that we have this formula that simple interest is equal to principal into rate of interest into time upon 100. Is it correct?
Yes, sir.
Now, in this, the simple interest would be in rupees, principal would be in rupees, rate would be in percentage, and time would be in years. Do we agree to this?
Yes, sir.
Now, what I'm trying to ask you is that what is the 1600? Is the 1600 the principal or is it the interest? That is what I'm asking. And once you are able to identify that, then the question becomes simple. Or there is another possibility that we know that the final amount would be equal to the principal plus the simple interest. So the options that we have is either it is principal or it is interest or it is this amount, this amount. Sarthak, have you understood what I said?
Yes, sir. So I already said amount.
Okay, okay. So what you are suggesting is that this would be the amount. So the amount would be rupees 1600. What should we do next, Mr. Sarthak? What do you suggest?
So I'm not sure.
Okay. Now let us look at the things which are there. We are given with the time 10 years. So what I'll do is I'll put my 10 years here. This would be 10. I am given 5% as the interest. So I will put my interest as a 5% here. Sarthak, is it correct?
Yes, sir.
And now what sum of money does the simple interest for 10 years at 5% become 1600? So let me do one thing, that let me assume that the principal is P. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
So this is what I have assumed as P. So my simple interest as per this formula would be 52 P by 2. Do we agree to this?
Yes, sir.
See, this 5 into 10 is 50, 52s are 100. So this would be denominator, I have a 2. In numerator, I only have a P. So this would be P by 2. So my simple interest is P by 2. Sarthak, any issue till here?
No, sir.
So this is my first equation and this is my second equation. Now in this equation, I know that the amount is 1600. I had assumed my principal to be P. And now what I have found is that my simple interest is equal to P by 2. Sarthak, any doubt till here?
No, sir.
See, this is a very good question. Seems to be simple, but then you require some manipulation. So that is why it is a good question. Now I need to calculate my P plus P by 2. Have you understood what I've said?
Yes, sir.
Now P plus P by 2, the LCM would be 2. This would be upon 1. So this would be 2P plus P. and this would be 3p by 2. Mr. Sarthak, any doubt here?
No, sir.
So once I have this 3p by 2, this is my 3p by 2. Do we agree to this?
Yes, sir.
So what this implies is that this 3p by 2, this 3p by 2 is equal to 1600. Do we agree?
Yes, sir.
So this 3p by 2 is 1600. So our final equation, which will help us find the answer, is 3p by 2 is equal to 1600. Sarthak, do we agree to this?
Yes, sir.
And therefore, my p would be equal to 1600 into 2 by 3. Is it fine?
Yes, sir.
I am multiplying both sides by 2 by 3. Therefore, my final answer, which I require, is P is equal to 3200 upon 3 rupees. Mr. Sarthak, any doubt?
No, sir.
Now you can leave the answer like here, but if your teacher has suggested, no, I want the answers always in terms of decimal, then the answer would be 1066.66 rupees. Any doubt?
No, sir.
So basically what we have discussed is we have two formulas. The first formula is that simple interest is equal to PRT by 100. The second formula is amount is equal to principal plus simple interest. These are the two formulas that I have. Now, whenever they will give me a rupees, I'll have to identify. My main problem in all such questions is that the rupee which is given to me, the rupees which is mentioned in the question, is it the simple interest, or is it the principal, or is it the amount? Sarthak, have you understood?
Yes, sir.
So that is why what I suggest is that, in all these complicated questions, at least, see, simple questions are okay. But in all the complicated questions, you should first spend some time and understand what is being given to you. Is it the simple interest or the principal or the amount? Once you are able to figure that out, usually whatever is being asked, so for example, in this question, what they were asking was on what sum of money. So this is basically the principal. So whatever you need to find, this was what we needed to find. Whatever is needed to be found can be assumed to be P or X or whatever you are comfortable with. So in this question, I found this to be P. Then I found the interest in terms of P. So I put that P here, and then I calculated for P, and then I found the answer. Mr. Sarthak, any doubt?
No, sir.
So good question, interesting question.